let's share about team structure for a minute. So over the last year, we've hired a lot of help. That means a lot of loan officers that have done a lot of business have new assistants on their team. Well, how do we structure these teams to be efficient, right? What we do, the first thing we do is we go into a room with the entire team, whether it's a loan officer in an LOA or a loan officer in 5 LOAs, we all get together and we go through the entire process and we write it on the wall. So we literally start with, like, lead comes in. How do you want to handle that? What's the script? Do you drive the customer to your app or to your online portal? Next step is this, and you work your way down. You just literally write the entire process out, and then you go back and you put somebody's name next to each step in the process, and then that writes their job description. The magic is actually doing that process as a team, because what you'll find is that you talk through all the little process steps along the way, so everybody gets clear on what the expectations are to work on your team. You'll also find that other action items come out of this exercise. So you're going through the process and you're writing every step. Lead comes in, go to the app, pre-qual is done by so-and-so, the whole thing, right? You're also gonna say, well, we need a script for this moment, or we need to change our email signatures to look like this, and we need to set up meeting cadence. So write all those action items down next to your file flow exercise, because that's important stuff that you discover as you go through this exercise. So big picture is, get your whole team together, go through file flow exercise, determine the exact perfect process for you, get everybody on the same page, write your job description so everybody knows exactly what the expectations are. And then I would tell you one more thing. On Fridays, spend an hour or two as a team working on your business. Talk about things that you can do to make your team more efficient and to grow your team. I would ask you to make a playbook. So in that playbook, you're gonna detail everything that happens on your team. How do you use your CRM? What are your job descriptions? The file flow exercise we just talked about. How do you set up your email signatures? What websites do you use? Just document that into a playbook. If you ever add people to your team or you have to replace somebody, that playbook is so critical to get them integrated into your team fast and to know what the expectations are, right? The last thing that's really important is just a meeting cadence, right? So every morning I recommend you meet with your team. Let's say you meet at 8:30. That meeting only needs to be 15 or 20 minutes, but what's hot, what's important today, what do we need to pay attention to, who's closing when, is there anything you need my help with, that type of thing. Just touch base. If your team is really big, sometimes you need to add a second touch base in the afternoon just to keep your team in sync. Do that, build a playbook, do this file flow exercise, and watch what happens to your team. It will be efficient, your loan production will go up, your team will be happy because there's clarity around what the expectations are. If you have questions about team structure or I can help you in any way, I would love to. Hope this helps give you some direction, some insight, some guidance on how to structure your team. Have a great day. Thanks.